All right, I am here at the Young Americans Foundation booth with Ashley. Ashley, a nice spread here of paraphernalia for the Young Americans for Freedom. Excited to be here today?
Yeah, very excited. New Hampshire's home for me, so any chance I can get to come home is great.
Yeah, I like being up here too because I can actually drive there. Of course, it means I don't bring cannoli. Now, down at CPAC this year, I saw a lot of members of YAF, including a young lady who, the last person I interviewed, who had given up the first day of spring break to be there. And now I was excited seeing young people that interested in, politics and the important things in life versus spring break.
Yeah, we actually had over 78 student volunteers at CPAC that we helped them with their transportation, their hotels, and all they had to do in exchange for that was volunteer some of their time to help spread out some of our materials. But they had a fantastic time, and we actually got that from a lot of young people who said it was their spring break from college, and they decided to spend it at CPAC. So that's really showing, how much they really care about the conservative movement and where it's going.
Now, we're constantly told by the left that conservatism, turns off the young, that conservatism turns off women. Now, I may be an old man who's a little gray, but you appear to be a young woman.
Yeah, it's shocking, I know, right? Technically, I should be one of the left-leaning females, but honestly, I think what we're seeing is an uptick in young people going to the conservative movement because of the fact that there were so many broken promises by this administration. You had Obama telling the lie of the year was if you like your health care plan, you can keep it, telling young people health care would be free, that they would be covered, and they were all on that bandwagon until they realized they were subsidizing health care for the older and younger generation. So I think we're going to see more young people attracted to the idea of limited government, smaller government, actually reducing our spending, because they're the ones that are taking on that tab. Honestly, the national debt, as it keeps running up to 17.3 trillion now, I think, you've got young people that are going to be the ones paying for that later on. So their American dream will start to die.
And because they're not able to get jobs, that postpones getting a house, getting a family, all the things that people actually want.
Yeah, there was actually a Pew study done a couple days ago that says 69% of young people between the ages of 18 and 27 at this point want to be married. They just can't afford to. So that's a sad statistic right there, that you see these young people craving, family and wanting to be married, but yet they realize that given the economy or the fact they can't find a job, they can't afford the institution of marriage anymore. And when you see this happen, this culture of entitlement that we're seeing, which is that single-family homes or, ones that are married, let's say, they're having children, they can take advantage of subsidies from the federal government. There's more of an incentive to do that than there is to actually, get married, because there's now tax burdens on people who are getting married.
Well, as an old Sicilian, I want both of my boys who are between those ages to find themselves a job and a wife and get married fast. I want grandchildren. But anyways, if people want more information about your organization, where can they go online?
Yeah, www.yaf.org, and they can follow us at Twitter @YAF.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.